A typical mistake when assembling an emergency go bag is trying to carry your entire apartment on your back. People stuff their backpacks with unnecessary gadgets, dozens of yards of rope, and heavy cans of food, completely forgetting about the essentials. If you find yourself without your documents, or if your backpack destroys your back after only 5 kilometers, no multi-tool in the world will help you. Today, we are going to strip away the excess. I will show you the hardcore base of survival. Most importantly, we will analyze one critical item weighing only 300 grams, without which all your preparation will be reset to zero in just 3 hours. We will talk about it at the end, but we will start with what you cannot pass even the first checkpoint without: documents and finances, the bureaucratic shield. The foundation of any evacuation is your documents and finances. Without them, returning to normal life will turn into a bureaucratic nightmare. Collect all passports, driver's licenses, property deeds, and birth certificates. Place them in a thick, waterproof dry bag. Do not rely on simple plastic folders. In a real evacuation, you might face heavy rain or need to cross water. It is mandatory to make digital copies of every single document and store them on a password-protected, encrypted flash drive, as well as in a secure cloud storage if you still have internet access. Regarding finances, forget about relying solely on credit cards. In a blackout or systemic failure, terminals will not work. You need cash, and you need it in small denominations. Large bills are useless if someone cannot give you change for a bottle of water or a gallon of gasoline. Split your cash into 3 different locations, some in your wallet, some hidden in a secret compartment of your backpack, and some on your person. This is your financial redundancy. If you lose your bag, you don't lose your ability to move forward. The physics of the backpack and clothing. Your choice of backpack is a technical decision, not a fashion one. You need a pack with a volume of 30 to 45 liters. Anything larger will tempt you to overpack, and anything smaller won't fit the essentials. The most important feature is a rigid frame and a high-quality hip belt. This belt is designed to transfer 80% of the weight from your shoulders to your pelvic bones. If your backpack lacks a proper waist strap, you are essentially guaranteeing a spinal injury within hours of trekking. The clothing inside must follow the 3-layer principle. Layer 1. Synthetic thermal underwear, to wick moisture away from your skin. Wet skin leads to rapid hypothermia, even in mild temperatures. Layer 2. A fleece jacket for thermal insulation. Layer 3. A membrane shell, or a high-quality poncho to protect against wind and rain. Do not pack cotton. Cotton absorbs water, becomes heavy, and never dries in the field. Your socks are your most critical piece of clothing. Pack 3 pairs of specialized trekking socks. If your feet develop blisters or fungus because of moisture, your evacuation ends right there on the side of the road. Water and nutrition. The high-density strategy. Water is heavy, but indispensable. You cannot carry a month's supply, so your strategy must be carry plus process. Pack 1 liter of water in a durable, wide-mouth container for immediate use. For the rest, carry a high-quality water filter and a supply of purification tablets. This allows you to turn a contaminated puddle or a river into a safe resource. This is technical efficiency. A filter weighing 200 grams is worth more than 20 liters of carried water. When it comes to food, stop packing heavy tin cans. A single can of beans weighs 400 grams and provides almost no energy. Instead, focus on freeze-dried meals, high-calorie energy bars, and nuts. Your goal is to achieve the highest calorie-to-weight ratio possible. You need approximately 2,500 calories per day to maintain movement. Choose foods that do not require cooking or long boiling times. If you must have a stove, use a Minimalist titanium burner and a small gas canister. Every ounce counts when you're walking 12 hours a day. Hygiene and the medical protocol. Hygiene is not about comfort. It is about preventing infection. In an evacuation, a simple case of diarrhea can become life-threatening due to dehydration. Pack a small bottle of concentrated antiseptic, a compact microfiber towel, and biodegradable wet wipes. These wipes are your dry shower. Keeping your groin and feet clean is a tactical necessity to prevent skin breakdown and infections that would stop your progress. Your first aid kit should not be a box of random band-aids. You need a trauma-focused kit. The 3 biggest killers in an emergency are: first, massive hemorrhage. Second, airway obstruction. And third, severe hypothermia from shock. Therefore, your base medical kit must be built around a high-quality tourniquet, compression bandages for pressure application, and a Mylar thermal emergency blanket. Standard pills for headaches or digestion are secondary. If you have specific chronic conditions, pack a 2-week supply of your mandatory medication. Label everything clearly, and ensure your medical kit is at the very top of your backpack for immediate access. Tools, and the minimalist edge. An abundance of complex tools is just extra weight. You do not need machetes, shovels, or heavy axes. You can fully manage with one correct knife. It should be a reliable survival knife, with a fixed blade, and full tang construction, meaning the metal runs through the entire handle. The blade thickness should be between 3 and 4 millimeters. With such a tool, you can not only cut and prep food, but also carefully split small logs for a fire. Folding knives are not suitable for heavy camp work. Their locking mechanisms will eventually fail under stress. Carry a reliable light source. A headlamp is infinitely superior to a handheld flashlight because it keeps your hands free for navigation or carrying gear. Your headlamp must have a red light mode to preserve your night vision and keep your position discreet. Along with this, carry a simple, high-decibel whistle. Signaling for help with a whistle uses much less energy than shouting and can be heard from a much greater distance. Communication and navigation. Do not rely on your smartphone as your only navigator. If the GPS satellites are spoofed or the battery dies, you are lost. You need a physical, a laminated map of your region and a reliable magnetic compass. Learn how to calculate a back azimuth and how to read contour lines before you need to leave. This is a skill that does not require batteries. For communication, have a small AM/FM/shortwave radio. In a total collapse, the government will use emergency broadcast frequencies to provide information about evacuation routes and supply points. If you have the space, a small power bank with a foldable solar panel can keep your phone alive for offline maps. But remember what we discussed about energy management. Use it only for critical information, not for entertainment. The final critical item. The secret item I mentioned at the beginning, the one that weighs only 300 grams, is a pair of high-quality, lightweight spare shoes, or durable sandals. Why? Because if your primary trekking boots fail, or if you get them completely soaked crossing a river, having a dry, intact secondary option is what keeps you moving. Without the ability to walk, your $3,000 gear setup is worthless. The biggest illusion is thinking that buying expensive gear automatically solves all your problems. Equipment does not work by itself. Your skills and your physical conditioning do. Pack your backpack today, based on these technical principles. Test it. Walk 5 miles with it. If it hurts, adjust the load. Survival is a technical process of trial and error. If you found this technical breakdown of evacuation gear useful, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share in the comments which item you consider indispensable in your go bag. Stay rational and stay prepared. See you in the next one.